Do you believe he's actually interested in doing something?
I did not hear what Noah heard, which was that Mitch McConnell, I believe what he said was, we must strike while the iron's hot. I think that was the phrase at the top. I think Mitch McConnell has zero interest in doing anything on gun reform. I think by keeping at the moment when there's the most urgency, by deciding to keep people to say we're not going to come back early, despite the fact there's growing pressure on that direction, especially on the House side. All I read there was we're not coming back. We're not coming back in. Saying the words we must do something and then throwing out a bunch of things. We'll talk about this. We'll talk about that. Is exactly how gun reform has died every single time it's ever come up in the wake of every other mass shooting. McConnell has exhibited no interest in passing any gun reform ever in the entire history of his reign. And so the notion that suddenly he wants to do something, I think what he's trying to do right now is stall and figure out whether the president is really going to move or not, and whether what's going to happen between the president and the NRA. Because in the end, what we know is that McConnell's posture is, if Trump won't sign it, I'm not going to pass it. And right now, what we've seen in the past is Trump saying he's willing to do background checks, the NRA slapping Trump capitulating with the NRA. And I think McConnell's basically right now trying to say, I'll talk about some stuff. I'm not going to get our guys anywhere near the Senate, and let's see what happens between Trump and the NRA, and then we'll go from there.
I think it's a moment in time, and I think it's the Democrats need to stand up at this moment, and it's about assault weapons. Yeah, it's so ridiculous to talk about. I know it's a move in background checks and red flags, where that would not have stopped these shootings. And the Journal of Surgery and Acute Trauma said that they did a study between 2001 and 2017 that 70% of the mass shooting, 70% would not have died if not for assault weapons. That's the game. And what I don't understand now, for both the human and political point, is 70% support for ban on assault weapons. Democrats draw a line. The Republican Party, you are the party of assault weapons, and we are against it. I find it ironic that the Democrats will push for impeachment and go, we know it's not politically expedient, but ideologically we have to stand by it, yet they won't do that when it comes to assault weapons. Every Democratic candidate should stand up and say, we are the party of protection and the Republicans are the party of assault. Not only assault weapons, assault on the truth, assault on wages, assault on universal health care. Make them the party of assault. This is a moment in time that leaders step up. And I just find that we all go blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter until we get the assault weapons.
The difference is the legislative language exists now for red flag laws, exists now for increased background checks. There is no language for an assault weapons ban because the 1994 ban didn't do what activists want. When Democrats are in a room with each other, being honest, they will say
same-sex marriage
that the loopholes allowed weapons that are functionally assault rifles in every form and function, with the exception of some cosmetic features, allowed those to exist and didn't have any effect on them. They want stronger language, and nobody can capture assault rifles, but not semi-automatics broadly.
Make the Republicans be the party of assault weapons. Ask every politician, are you for or against, not a slippery slope question, for or against assault weapons? Make them the party of assault.
And Karine, in fact, a lot of the Democratic candidates for president have come out for an assault weapons ban. They have